Hello, in this video tutorial whatever, I'm gonna be going over how to do glove simulations. In my opinion, it's a great addition to your scenes and isn't something that I found over tutorials for. To start off, you're gonna need a basic blender scene. Delete the default cube and add in a collision surface, which is what the gloves are gonna interact with. In my case, it's gonna be a plane. You can use some over models, though the higher poly count the model, the laggier it's gonna be. In general, this is a very computer consuming tutorial. You need a fairly high spec computer to do this. Add in a collision surface to your plane, then add in your gloves. You can either use a default model or use a armature rig. After you add them in, just make sure to remove the rig and also remove the armature in the modifier tab. Then go back to physics properties. Now position them over your plane. So you're gonna need to get into edit mode. I would separate the gloves from each other and also separate these little plastic parts, at least for sport gloves, because they look really bad in the simulation in my opinion. Position your gloves above the plane, though make sure they are floating, like something like this, and make sure they are laid flat. Kinda like this. Also rotate them towards this way. Okay, now that you're done, you want to make sure the gloves aren't clipping with the plane. I would increase its size. Then go to your gloves, then go to the physics properties tab located here and connect them both by selecting them both and pressing Ctrl J. Then enable a soft body collision. Then you want to do the following: disable the goal, go to edges, put 30 on the plasticity setting and put 2 on the bending setting. Then enable stiffness and leave it as default. Then if you have a very strong PC, I would enable self collision as it's a more realistic simulation. However, if you don't, then it also works without. Now all you need to do is just enable the video playback. You can either press spacebar or you can just manually start moving your frame count forward at the bottom tab. I would move the frame count forward until you find a position that you are happy with, something like that. One thing is, after you are running the simulation, I don't know why, but you can't run it back. If you run it back, it's gonna start being very buggy, kind of like this. So what you need to do is you need to reset to 0 if you want to do it once again. So here, let's say I'm happy with that. Then if you want the little like wrinkles to be a bit more realistic, I would add a subdivision surface, but add this after you're done with your simulation. And yeah, that's basically it. In addition to the tutorial, I would also recommend you join our Discord, where you can ask for general help and tips and also post your own art, linked in the description.